Okay, well, too much time sitting alone in a vacuum or whatever the hell you want to call my isolation has led me to reach out to the internet for companionship. I'm already sure this is a mistake, but I've already gone this far. So, this may or may not be the first of many miscellaneous rants I go on about various things that affect me in one way or another. That sentence may have been redundant. And, well, in this case, it's sort of something I happened upon by accident and really wish I hadn't. So I guess how it happened. Well, let me start with the topic. Start with what the topic is. Eloquence, damn it. The topic in question is the ending to an anime called School Days and why it completely horrified me out of context. And also why I don't want to ever see it in context, I guess. So, I happened upon it through a review on a website called That Guy with the Glasses. You may or may not have heard of it. Specifically, a review about a rather infamous anime called Master of Martial Arts by someone called Jesuo Taku. It was sort of a crossover review with the host of a show I watch called Anime Abandoned, which is how I ended up there. Anyhow, during the review, she, in order not to break her non-spoiler policy for things she reviews, likens the ending to Master of Martial Arts to the ending of School Days, specifically the fact that they both start off as one kind of show, and in the very last episode sort of descend into this utterly, just this really, really dark place, this really sinister, maybe even malicious place. Now, I haven't seen the ending to Master of Martial Arts, and while morbid curiosity can be a bitch for me, the School Days things, this whole thing with School Days makes me think I really shouldn't risk doing that to myself. But on to what it is that's horrified me. During the review, she actually shows the ending to School Days and sort of gives a brief synopsis of what's led up to that point, and that the main character has basically run through every woman, or damn near every woman in the show, and by run through I mean with his penis. You know, not something you'd really expect if you're looking at the artwork for this show. Like, if you can, take a quick look at it, or since this is going to be on YouTube, the tag should, you know, on the, the whole recommended videos on the side, there should be like a picture from one of them, since School Days will be one of the tags as this School Days review. So have a look at it, or just take some time out, look at a picture, look at a video, look at the opening. The opening, because this isn't like Higurashi. Higurashi, while it has that super cutesy moe artwork, art style, whatever, the opening it tells you what you're in for. It indicates it's some sinister shit. You know, it sounds creepy. They're not trying to ambush you with this. School Days, however, it looks like a typical sort of harem show. The characters look a bit more wide-eyed and happy and optimistic than they really have any right being. You know, there's nothing in there indicating, what kind of horror is going to befall you at the end of the show. Anyhow, the scene in question, I guess I'll have to describe it to an extent. Let's start with what the show does, just overtly right off the bat. if you're watching like a video clip of the ending, what the first thing you're probably going to see is the main character looking at a phone with something repeated. I think a subbed video I saw, the word repeated over and over on the phone is "I'm sorry," and he's sort of scrolling through that, and as you watch him do that, there's a tea kettle sort of whistling, and it all just that loud screeching sort of adds to there's a build up as that whistling goes on, and he scrolls down to the last message, which is words goodbye, and it all goes silent for a split second. Now, if you know enough about these things, you know something bad is about to happen, and as it goes silent, this I don't know, some female character, I guess the jilted lover. Oh wait, I forgot the build up. Okay, yeah, I'm terrible at this. I know. Let me just finish my thought. So this jilted lover runs into the room and ganks him from behind, like a kitchen knife. She straight up gives him a kidney shot with the thing, and he falls over, and she repeatedly stabs him over and over, all while they cut to like various scenes from previous episodes of them all happy together, and it's just a complete 180 from what you'd expect from this sort of I guess the sort of art style. Just imagine Love Hina devolving into sort of Dead Man Wonderland levels of violence. Minus shooting blood at people. It's just brutal. It's creepy, and you've got this theme playing in the background. It's very haunting. It's very creepy. The whole scene is just unsettling, disturbing, and I don't know if it's just shock or what, but I guess you'll have to see it for yourself. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to inflict that on you. I don't think I recommend this unless you're not like if you've already seen Higurashi, and no, that's not true because I've seen the first part of Higurashi, and while that's sort of grim, once again, it's overt. You know it's coming. I mean, yeah, probably you might have the same effect if you watch scenes from Higurashi out of context. Maybe that's what it is. It's watching these things out of context. I'm not sure because I will never watch School Days. After seeing that scene and being gripped by enough morbid curiosity to look up the thing and discover that it comes from I think you call them shoujo games, and there's multiple endings, and they're all just as fucked up. Yeah, maybe it's better if I don't explain anything else in case this has got someone wanting to watch the show from the beginning. Maybe like the thought of somebody dying in a cutesy harem show. I don't know. Maybe this rant will bring people to hate me. But maybe not. Anyhow, point is I don't think I had a point, but I guess I can go on about something else. From what I've heard, because a friend of mine, I was talking with a friend of mine about this, attempting to cleanse the palate, which is what I'm still trying to do because, there's some residual creepiness. Like, for starters, I can't get that damn creepy song out of my head, and every time the song plays in my head, I start seeing the horrifying scenes that, came along with it. But it seems to me that, based on what my friend told me, tells me that a lot of, fans of visual novels, shoujo games, blah blah blah, really hold the game in high regard. Like it's apparently really well written or whatever. I don't know for certain. Whereas this anime, if it's not as faithful an adaptation as they'd like, would probably just be a deconstruction of harem anime. Now, I don't know if there was a similar intention with the School Days game or not, but whatever. I am clearly missing a lot of information and don't want to, risk darkening my soul by investigating this any further. I'm going to try and actually, as far as whatever I watch or play next, I'm going to try and take in a completely different direction. Yeah, I guess I just needed to get that off my chest. Don't know if I got anything else to say. Maybe this will be a good view for someone who really hates harem anime, especially if you're not a fan of the Tenchi solution. Otherwise, I don't recommend it. I mean, maybe watch some other reviews. Maybe see if you can find some non-spoiler reviews, because every review out there likes to... Basically, they're kind of like me in that they're venting to an extent. They're either really unhappy, really confused, or really disappointed. I don't think I've ever seen a review, at least no review on YouTube, that seems completely positive about the whole thing. Yeah. I guess that's it. I feel a little better. Thank you for listening. Sorry if this was annoying, and maybe there will be more. Peace out.